Hey guys, this is Spiritual at Heart Tarot, and today we're doing another pick a card reading, and it's a very exciting one. We're gonna take a look at your next romantic relationship. So, this is gonna be a love reading. We're gonna take a look at the person that will be coming into your life that will be of big romantic significance. So for this reading, as you can see, we have three different piles. We have three different decks as well as three different crystals. I'm also using the top card as more of an indicator if you want to see this pile or not. So let's take a look at your options. So for pile number one, we have the Angel Aura Quartz. There we go. And it comes with the Numinous Tarot with this beautiful backing. I know a lot of you like it. I do too. And the card that you guys have is the Creator of Bells. There you go. So for pile number two, we have the Lepidolite. Very loving stone. Very beautiful white and purpley. This comes with the Star Child Tarot. Also a very beautiful backing. I only picked my favorites today, so that's why I love them all. And we're gonna see which card you guys have. You have Oppression. It sounds kind of heavy, but it's not supposed to be very heavy. It's a beautiful image nonetheless. So don't worry if it scares you a little bit. If you feel drawn to this card, you should definitely go for pile two. And then, oops, sorry. For the last pile, we have the red agate, although it looks more orange to me than red. There you go. And it comes with one of my newest tarot decks, the Tarot of Oneness. I love using it, so that's why I picked it for this reading today. It's like a reading that I've always wanted to do, and I just picked my favorite decks to give it some extra good vibes. So the card that you have with this Tarot of Oneness is Synchronicity, and this is actually an extra card in this deck. So if you feel drawn to this card, Synchronicity, pile three might be the one for you. Now, before we start with your reading, I do want to show you guys what we're going to talk about. So I have written it down to make it a little bit easier for myself. There we go. So as in most of my readings, we're starting out with an energy check. We're going to take a look at if this is the right reading for you. You should sound like person A or person B or the left or the right person. If it sounds like you, it's definitely the right reading. Then we're getting more information on this person that you'll be in a romantic relationship with. And lastly, we're going to take a look at the relationship, like what's the relationship going to be like. And we are probably ending off with the timing. So when is this relationship coming in? When is this going to happen? I forgot to write it down. It's just because I always do timing because I love using my bingo machine. So if that sounds like a reading you want to watch, pick your deck and let's get going. Hello, my lovely pile number one. If you picked the Angel Aura Quartz and the Creator of Bells, this is going to be your reading. As you might have seen in the introduction, we're starting out with an energy check. I am using a lot of my usual cards, but I'm trying to use them in a little bit of a different way. So let's take a look at your cards. So for you, we have two different cards. We have the Stone and we have Fire Ant. So you should be this side, but if you're not, it's totally fine if you are the other side as well, okay? Then for the person you will be in a relationship with, we have Gnosis. There we go. And we have the Golden Egg. There you go. And the connection is seen as the number 7, with creativity. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna put it right here in the middle. So I'll talk about you first because you should be able to recognize yourself pretty easily here. If this doesn't sound like you might be in the wrong pile and you might want to check out a different pile. So for you, we have the fire ant. And I think that if you imagine a fire ant, you can kind of get that energy, right? A fire ant is very fiery. So they could be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. But something that stands out about fire ants is that they can be very hot-headed, right? They can sting you and that can hurt, right? So that's the kind of energy that we're seeing from you as well. We can also say that they are quite stubborn. Like if they believe something, it's very hard to convince them of something else. And what I got from this fire ant card as well is that they might be drawn to people that are not very good for them. So if you're someone that tends to get in relationships that are quite unhealthy, this might be you. And also if you have like an ex-partner that's still on your mind a lot because it's like lingering in the past, you're having trouble letting go of someone, that's the kind of energy that we're seeing here with this fire ant. We also have the stone depicted here, and the stone kind of tells us that you might have some bricks around your heart, like you're very protective of your heart, you keep it close to yourself. And it also tells us that you might need someone to be very loyal and committed and reliable so you can open up a little bit more. So with fire ant being here as well, I kind of get that you might have a lot of friends, but then again, when it comes to romantic relationships, you might be quite closed off. Maybe you prioritize friendships over your romantic relationships because you feel like you cannot get it right, or the only people you attract are unhealthy. Even if it's not about friends, it's more so that you just have like a lot of people trying to come to you, like trying to get something from you. They want your attention, but it's like it's not the right kind of people, or it's like you keep on attracting the wrong people. That's the kind of energy that I'm seeing from your side. So if that sounds like you, this is your reading. Let's continue with the energy of the person that you are attracting, as well as the relationship itself, what the main energy will be about this relationship. So for the person that you're attracting, this is your time. This is something amazing because you're no longer attracting people that you don't want to attract truly, because we have the golden egg. And the golden egg is gold, right? So you'll be hitting the jackpot with this person. They are beautiful. The golden egg is not really associated with any zodiacs. It's associated with the heart chakra. So this tells us that you'll be connected through the heart. This is someone with a very open heart. They are very reliable as well. And it feels like they're not going to push you in ways that you cannot handle. It's like they'll give you the time to open up to them. They'll give you the time to like decide if you're ready to move forward or not. They're not going to rush things. They'll let you do it at your own pace. And they'll feel like home. They're going to feel like someone that you want to spend a lot of time with. It's like a warm nest that we're seeing here. And I feel like this person has a lot of potential as well, because we have that egg. You know, it's only the beginning. It's like the seed that's only growing and growing. So it's actually something beautiful. For the person that you'll be in a romantic relationship with, we also have the card Gnosis. And it sounds kind of weird, but what it means is that it's someone that's looking for the truth behind everything. And not only in general, like they're trying to figure out if people are telling you the truth, but more so they want to know the truth behind life. Like they are asking the deeper questions. They are interested in the deeper things in life. It's like they want to figure out what the mystic truths are in life. Like, what is love all about? They want to get deeper to the truth about love. And I think that that's something that you will be discovering with them. It's like you're gonna experience a deeper kind of love than that you've ever had. It's gonna be very loving and gentle and just very deep. I'm not sure how to explain that it's gonna be that deep. It's like you'll know when you'll experience it, but for now it's very, very hard to explain because you cannot know what it feels like until you live through it, right? But with creativity here, I feel like you'll both ignite each other's spark, whether this comes to love and maybe starting a family. It could also be more so about your passions, igniting your passions. So it might be that you've always wanted to become a business owner and this person really inspired you, or it's the other way around. I could see you traveling, especially because we have this card here. So maybe you've always wanted to travel, and that's what you'll be doing together. But we can definitely see like the energy of both of you is like getting stronger. So if you're feeling quite tired and burnt out right now, once you meet this person, you'll feel like you have a lot of energy because this person gives you that energy. And it's the other way around as well, like you give them a lot of energy too. So it really sounds like you'll have a very thrilling yet calm connection with this person. So if you're interested to find out more about this person and your connection, let me remove these cards and let's get to know more about this person. So we're starting out with these little cards to see some more attributes that they might have. Keep in mind that the physical ones like hair color and eye color are quite specific. So it's going to be what most people watching will have, right? So keep that in mind. If it sounds impossible, just let them go, right? It might just be that all the other people watching their person will have that color eye. Okay, so I'm going to take all these cards and we'll take a look at them one by one. So the first one we have for you is African origins. So this one might not be for everybody, but for most people watching, your person will probably have of African origins. We also have affectionate. So they will be very affectionate. Maybe they're just in general someone that's very physical. Then we have careless / carefree. So for you guys, I think that they are going to be very carefree. I think that they will probably help you with calming your anxiety a lot if you're dealing with that. But I think for most of you, you probably are. We also have independent. So they might have their own company or they don't need a lot of help from other people. Yeah, independent. So they are very independent. I do feel like they're more independent than you are, but take that as it resonates. We also have loyal. I love that for you guys. So they're going to be loyal to you. And for some of you, that might be something new when it comes to relationships. Maybe you just expect your partner to cheat on you, to not really care about you, to talk with other people. But this time that's going to be different. We can definitely see that they care about you and only you. There's only 2 people in this card, right? So you are on their mind and they don't really care about anybody else. We also have femininity. So this to me indicates that they are in touch with their feminine side. So there is no toxic masculinity going on. They are not afraid to show their emotions. They're not afraid to tell you that they care. They're not afraid to cry in front of you. So it's just an easy flowing relationship. I think that for most of you, this will come to a surprise because it's like the total opposite of what you've been used to. I hope I'm not speaking like in front of myself. I'm not sure what the saying is, but like Yeah, that's the feeling that I'm getting. It's like such a different connection than you're used to that you might feel like it's fake or that this person is not telling you the truth, but they actually are. So if you meet this person, you'll be a little bit like standoffish, but they will give you that time. If the next person you're meeting is rushing you, is forcing you, it's definitely not the person that we're talking about in this reading. So you will recognize this person by them giving you the time to adjust, okay? Let's move on to the next card. So we have flirt. So there's going to be some flirting going on. I love that. So I do think that you both think each other, that you think of each other, that they are very attractive. We also have twin flame. So if you believe in twin flame connections, it might be that this person is your twin flame, soulmate, someone that's going to be very significant in your life. We also have smile. So it tells me that they have a beautiful smile or that they love to make you smile. Then we have brown hair. So this is another physical one. They could have brown hair. For most people, they will have brown hair, but it might not be for everybody. Keep that in mind. And let's take a look at the last one. We have laugh. So we don't only have smile, we have laugh as well. So you're going to have a lot of fun with them. They will make you laugh. They will have a beautiful laugh. I just think that there's going to be a lot of laughing, a lot of smiling when it comes to your relationship. So you'll probably have a very good time with them. Now that we have a lot of characteristics going on, I also want to take a look at some initials. So that's what we're going to do next. So I have a lot of cards with initials. So we're going to take a look at what their initials, might be. As you can see, not all of my cards are flipped the right way around, but we'll just take the fallout. So Spirit, can you tell us what their initials might be? So what will their initials be? Okay. So we already have the letter G and the letter W and the letter A. I kind of want at least one more. And I'm sorry that you are the first pile. That's why these cards are not in the right order. I thought they were. I'm sorry. Let's get one more. There we go. So let me grab that from the floor because it fell down. So we also have the letter V, and last but not least, the letter S. So these might be their initials. Let's move on to the next part of the reading. Let's take a look at your relationship. So let me remove these and let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at your relationship. So for the overall connection, we have this creator of bells. But first, I want to take a look at how you will meet. So let's take a look at that first. So Spirit, what can you tell us about how pile 1 will meet their next romantic partner? How will they meet their next romantic partner? How will they meet? Ooh. So we have the nurturer. And this is the Empress. We're going to put it right there. Next up, we're going to ask something good about this relationship. What's something new that you will really like about this connection? We have the 5 of Cups, but another card wanted to come out, so we might take it as a clarifier, and it's the Ace of Pentacles. So we'll keep them together. Let's take a look at a lesson that you will learn. A lesson that you will learn during this romantic relationship. What lesson will they learn? What lesson? So yeah, we have the Three of Tomes. This is the Three of Pentacles. And one more. We're going to take a look at a message that Spirit has for you about this relationship. So we have the Five of Bells, which is the Five of Swords. But don't worry just yet. We're going to get clarifiers for all of them. There we go. So now we're using this deck to get some clarifiers. So can we get a clarifier for the Empress? Can we get a clarifier for the Empress, please? We have Truth. Can we... I'm sorry, I have to move them up again. I don't know why I tend to do that all the time. I guess I always think I have more room than I actually have. There we go. So the Truth, or Truth. Then can we get a clarifier for the Five of Cups? One flipped. We have Excuse. Let me show you. So I forgot to read the other one, but it says, what excuses are you making to escape and avoid your problems? How have you been refusing to take ownership and responsibility for your reality? Let's put it right here. And let's get a clarifier for the Three of Pentacles. Can we get a clarifier, please? This is also my favorite deck for clarifying, so that's why I'm using it. I'm only using favorites today. And then one for the Five of Bells. So for the Three of Tomes, we have community, society, and environment. So a clarifier for the Five of Bells. Message from Spirit. We have problematic behavior. What are the toxic behaviors from you or from others that are present in your life right now? What needs to be acknowledged and dealt with? So we have some similar energies going on here, and I think it's more so that you're going to be resolving these things. So don't worry just yet. I'll talk about it later. And let's get one for the overall connection with the Creator of Bells as well. So we have two. We have a Reframe. And we have Navigate. There we go. Maybe I'll move them up here. We'll do it like this. Can you still see? No, not really. Have to adjust them again. There we go. We'll read the cards once we get to that section. So to start out with the Nurturer and Truth. I'll show you the Truth card so you can read it with me because I forgot to do that. It says, what do you need to recognize right now? What tough love messages do you need to hear right now? How can you gain clarity and insight? So what astounds me is that you have a lot of cards talking about tough love, excuses, problematic behavior, fire ant. So it might be that you kind of need to hear that because of everything that you've went through, it's not your fault, but you have closed down for a big part. You're not really living in your truth anymore. Or maybe you're steering away from the truth because you're afraid of getting hurt. But it seems like you need to get back to your truth and get back to who you truly are. We also have the Nurturer, and the Nurturer is the Empress. And keep in mind that the Empress is very feminine. She's also very fertile. She can create anything she wants. But most of all, she's very soft, very feminine, very kind, very loving. And I think for you guys, for you specifically, you might have had to toughen up a lot. And now it's time to take down those walls, right? And with this nurturer, it's like you will be doing that. And once you start moving towards opening up your heart more, you will invite this person into your life. So this is one interpretation of this card with the nurturer. It could also be that you will meet them through your mom. That's just reading this card very straightforward, right? So the nurturer is the Empress, it's the Divine Mother. You might meet them through your mother or your grandmother. But for a lot of you, I think that it does more so talk about you getting more in touch with your feminine. There are several ways to do that. I have other videos on that type of thing. But I do think that it's very important for you to not be the man in the relationship, or not trying to control everything, or not trying to block out everything, because you need more flow in your life and it feels like you're not really letting in that flow right now. But once you do that, this door will be opening for you. This person will be coming in for you. And like we said, it's this golden egg. It's this beautiful, beautiful person coming in. So, I mean, if this is not a reason to start working on yourself and to try opening up with yourself, it doesn't have to be that you open up with everybody, right? It can also just be being honest with yourself, right? But we do have this creativity here. So it kind of tells me that maybe creativity might be a great way for you guys to do so. So if you like music, singing might help. If you like making YouTube videos, maybe that will help. If you like public speaking, that might also help, right? So there are a lot of ways to use your creativity. It could be literally anything, but pick one thing and do more of it, because I think it might really help. Then, so you might meet them through your mother, you might meet them through your grandmother, or you'll meet them once you are more in your own feminine energy. So that's more cryptic. But I think that for most of you, that's going to be how you'll meet them. Maybe while doing something creative, that's how you meet them. But that's what I have to say about how you meet them. So now we're moving on to something new and positive that will come from this connection. So we had the 5 of Vials, which is the 5 of Cups. It talks about feeling let down, feeling like the glass is half empty instead of half full. That's the kind of energy that the 5 of Cups has. But it comes with the Ace of Tomes, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. So it kind of indicates that you're kind of figuring out how you think about things. Maybe this person kind of opens up your mind to new ways of thinking. Especially with this Ace of Tomes, it's like new opportunities that might be coming your way. I feel like within this relationship, you'll learn to stop making excuses, or this person will help you like cut through the bull and get you where you want to go. We can see this kind of maze going on in this book as well. It's like you're learning how to persevere and work through this maze until you get your happiness. And there is a lot of opportunity for that here as well, especially because we have that Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is all about new, stable opportunities coming in. So maybe instead of seeing opportunities as something negative, or things happening in your life as negative, I think you'll learn to see them as opportunities of growth, opportunities of abundance, opportunities of something positive, rather than thinking of it as, this is not going to go well for me. Oh, I'm too scared. So there is a more positive outlook that you'll get from being in this relationship. That's quite beautiful. So next up, we have a lesson that you learn. And what I love about this is it's not talking about something that you're doing wrong or that you weren't doing in the first place. It kind of tells us with the Three of Tomes talking about collaboration. It's like you're learning to like connect with your community more, connect with your family more, connect with friends more. Especially if you are in the creative field doing something very creative. It's like you'll have like people that you work with that you can collaborate with very well. If you're working on your own, you'll have help from people that are in the same field, or you'll ask your partner for help, or it's like you're helping each other. And not only you and your partner, but also other people. Like they will teach you how to ask for help, because first, for a lot of people it's not easy to ask for help because it might feel like you're not good enough to do it on your own, right? But that's not what we're talking about. It's like if you need help, just ask for it, right? And the biggest, well, the most important person to ask for help for is your person, right? The person that you'll be in a relationship with. And what I love is that we have this person here in the Three of Tomes, and it's only one person. So again, usually this is three people collaborating, doing something, right? Here it's just this person with their book. So it seems like the person that you'll be with is quite intelligent, and you can definitely ask them for help because they might know the answer. Also, this person in this card kind of looks like the person that we were talking about, right? With African origins, with brown hair. So yeah, it's like you should ask them for help, and maybe the two of you can like socialize more if you're not really socializing a lot because of anxiety, for example. They will help you get through that. And that's really cool. And I hope I'm not saying that with everybody, right? With every card. So let's move on to a message from Spirit that you need to hear about this next relationship. So we have the Five of Bells, which is the Five of Swords. Five of Swords talks about fighting, like a big argument, right? It might be words that are really hurting you, like real catfight kind of energy going on here with problematic behavior. So I do think that these cards go together really well, but I'm really wondering, like, who are you fighting at this moment? Are you fighting a lot of other people around you? Are you fighting yourself? Are you fighting family? What are you fighting for? What are you fighting about? With problematic behavior here, it says, what are the toxic behaviors from you or from others that are present in your life right now? What needs to be acknowledged and dealt with? So there might be someone that you are in an argument with that you need to release, or that you need to talk things out with. Or maybe it's more general and you need to find more peace within yourself. You might need to stop bullying yourself, stop bringing yourself down, stop talking yourself down, because it's really more so a communication thing. It's like the way that you talk. It sounds like words are hurting you. So maybe you need to be very critical of what you're telling yourself at this moment, or which words from other people have you taken on as your own. If you have this negative voice in your head, where did it come from? Was it a parent or a friend that used to say those things and now you've internalized it? But yeah, you might need to work on being more kind towards yourself, or releasing people that are not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated. Okay? So the last part is the overall energy of your connection. We have reframe, we have navigate, and we have the Creator of Bells. The Creator of Bells is the Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords is all about setting boundaries, being clear in what she wants, communicating what she needs. And I think that what we see here is that communication will be something that's very good between the two of you. You have strong communication skills together. I don't see a lot of fighting or anything like that. But I think that you will be able to work through a lot of things from your past through talking with your partner. especially because we have reframe and navigate. It's like you'll be able to reframe your past. You might be able to reframe things that happened to you in your past, and you'll be able to navigate your future a lot better, and you'll be doing it together, right? So communication will be very strong. I think that you will be communicating a lot. Maybe you'll be sending each other a lot of messages throughout the day. But yeah, communication is going to be your strongest suit within this connection. And I think that communication will be good from the start out, right? So it's not that this communication will build up and become better and better. It's like from the start, you'll feel very connected. You feel like you can tell them anything. You feel like you can really just tell them anything, trust them with anything. That's the kind of energy that we're seeing, and that will stay out, that will keep happening throughout the connection. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys when it comes to this relationship. Let's move on and take a look at the timing. Okay, so let's take a look at the timing. So we're gonna use these cards as well as the bingo machine. So let's take a look. When will pile one meet this person that they will be in their next relationship with? When will they meet this person that they will be in their next romantic relationship with? So that's one. We definitely want more than just one. We like taking them all, so we will be taking them all. Anything else? As you can see, there are zodiac cards and there are time indication cards. So we have a little bit of a mix of both. Let's take a look at your cards, guys. We have 5 cards. That's all right. So the first one we have is a zodiac card, and it says Aquarius. So between the 20th of January and the 18th of February might be the time frame that you will meet. Then we have Gemini. We have the 21st of May until the 21st of June. And something that is already catching my eye is that we both have the air signs represented here. So maybe they are an air sign, or you might be an air sign. Again, air is the element of communication as well, and fast, quick energy. So that's something significant. We also have January. So we have January twice with Aquarius and now with January itself. We also have May. So again, we have May twice. And we have soon. Like I said, quick energy. Soon. And you'll find out soon enough, right? So that's it for the cards. Let's use my cute little bingo machine to find out if there are any significant dates when it comes to meeting your next romantic partner. If you want and you're sensitive to noise, you might want to turn down the volume at this moment a little bit so you won't have any permanent hearing damage. There we go. So the first one we have is the number 25. So the 25th of January or May might be significant. Also the 2nd of May or the 5th of February. There we go. Then we have the number 32. So the 2nd of March or the 3rd of February. So the 3rd until the 5th of February might be significant. These might also be ages when you're 25 or 32, or maybe that's the age gap that there might be between the two of you. We also have the number 2, so February again, or the 2nd of January or the 2nd of May, because we already had those cards. or maybe 2 weeks because we have the number 2, 2 months. Next up is the number 63. So the 3rd of June or the 6th of April? No, March. 6th of March. Sorry. Then we have the number 42. So the 4th of February or the 2nd of April. Keep in mind that we already have the number 2, so the 2nd. Then we have the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th of February. So it's like the first week of February might be very significant for a lot of you. But let's get like 2 or 3 more balls to get some more significant dates. There we go. So we also have the number 66. So the 6th of June. So we have the 3rd and the 6th of June. Then we have the number 24. So we have 42 and 24. So it might be a sign of mirroring. Again, this might be your twin flame if you believe in the concept of twin flames. Also, it might just be that the 2nd of April and the 4th of February are really, really significant. And last but not least, we have the number 62. So we have 62 and 63. So the 2nd and the 3rd of June or the 6th of February. So that makes it to the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th of February. So kind of the whole week of February is probably going to be significant. So if you want, this might be the best time to take a little picture or screenshot of the dates. And this will bring me to the end of the reading. So thank you so much for sitting throughout the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. If you want, you can always like and comment. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you're interested in personal readings, I recently made my own website, sidebar, what's it called? Like the little slash? I'm not sure. So spiritual/at/heart/tarot.com, and you can book your personal reading there. I will also have it linked in the comments or in the description, and there is a 10% discount if you use the code SAH10 at checkout. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye guys! Hello my lovely pile number 2. If you picked Oppression and the Lepidolite, this is going to be your reading. As you might have heard in the introduction, we're gonna start out with an energy check. You'll be on the left, and your person that you'll be in a relationship with next will be on the right. So the left side should sound like you. If it doesn't, you might be in the wrong pile, or there might just not be a reading for you today, and you might want to check out some different reading that is on YouTube, right? So let's take a look at your cards. So for you, we have the Dolphin. And we also have the Orphan with the number 5. Then for the person that you'll be with, we have the Dragonfly. And we have the Father. So clearly the person that you'll be with has more of a masculine energy, and you have more of a feminine energy. And the energy between the two of you is depicted by emotional freedom with this beautiful Pegasus. There we go. So let's talk about you first, because we need to know if this is your reading, okay? So first of all, we have you over here as the Dolphin. The Dolphin is connected to water. So you might be a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. but you don't have to be. Maybe you are just someone that is quite emotionally intelligent. But the dolphin overall is really intelligent. They're really smart, and they can also be quite psychic. We all know that dolphins have this spout on top of their head where their third eye is. So that kind of tells us that you might be pretty psychic, or at least maybe getting in touch with your psychic senses. Maybe they are slowly coming online, or you're a little bit further along. But you definitely do have that capacity to be very intuitive, have a connection to the 5D, to spirit, to communicate with your spirit guides. That's the kind of energy that we're seeing here. So if you feel like, no, I'm not connected with my psychic abilities, maybe that's because you have not opened up to that yet, but you definitely have that skill that's maybe waiting to unfold. Also, dolphins are very light and bubbly, and they are usually seen as the healers. So maybe you work in a healing profession or a caretaking profession. But overall, we can see that you are quite light and bubbly, very friendly, very kind, very warm-hearted. That's the kind of energy that you have with this dolphin here. What we can also see here is the orphan. What stands out to me is that we have the snake here, and the snake is a symbol of healing as well. So we have a lot about healing on your side. The orphan, though, is someone that feels like they're alone, that feels like they've been left out. So you might feel like you're kind of a solitary person. You might not have a lot of friends. You kind of feel out of touch with society or friends. Maybe you don't have a lot of friends. But it could also be about your past, that maybe you have grown up without one or both parents. And that's something that you have been bringing with you throughout life. So that's what we're seeing here with the dolphin. If that sounds like you, this is probably your reading. And then we can move on to the person that you'll be in a relationship with next. So for the person you'll be in a relationship with, we have the dragonfly. And the dragonfly is associated with air. So they might be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, but they don't have to be. They might just be very intellectual. They might be a good communicator, everything associated with air. So because they have the dragonfly here, it kind of shows us that they have been through a lot of hardship, but they have they came out at the other side of the tunnel, right? So the hardship is over. They are in a much better place, and these hardships have taught them a lot. It's like they are clear-minded. They know what they want. They know where they want to go. They're very good at setting boundaries, communicating their wants and needs. So they have matured quite a lot throughout their whole life. And it feels like they're very good at taking steps towards something better all the time. So they are working hard and they're making a lot of improvements. With the father card here, it kind of tells us that they might already be a parent, or they might have ambitions to become a parent. But also that they have this true masculine core within them. So they do not have to be a man or a male. They do hold a lot of masculine energy. So they are someone that has a lot of drive. They have passion and they work towards what they want. They might be very hardworking. They are someone that takes action. All of these masculine traits that we usually see. That's what this person is going to be all about. And I feel like for someone like you, they will feel very safe and very reliable. It's like finally someone you can let your guard down with, because you know they'll protect you and they will take care of you, probably financially too. At least that's what I'm sensing here. I do feel like this person could be quite wealthy. I mean, wealth is perceived differently for everybody, but it definitely looks like they won't be struggling monetarily. So if this sounds like you and you're curious to find out more, let me remove these and let's get some more information on your next relationship, on this person. Okay, so I decided to just leave the cards here. We're gonna take a look at some attributes that they might have. So already a lot of cards are coming out. We'll take these ones. So the first one we have is shoulder length hair. So keep in mind the very physical traits might not be for everybody. This might just be the overall energy of all the people watching. So most of you will have someone with these traits, but maybe not everybody. So they might have shoulder length hair. We also have patience. So they're going to be very patient with you. Even if you're unsure, maybe anxious, whatever the case is, they will be patient with you. Even if you ask a lot of questions, I feel like you might be someone that when they get excited, they can like talk a lot. And that's somewhat of an insecurity that you just feel like I'm talking too much. I just stay quiet because I don't want to bother people. That kind of energy. And I think that they're going to be someone that lets you speak, that's going to be very patient, that they're really going to have those conversations with you instead of making you feel like a burden. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting with this patient card. We also have blue eyes, so they might have beautiful blue eyes, but again, that might not be for everybody. We also have romantic. So what I'm getting here is that they will probably be taking you out on a lot of dates. And they will wine and dine you. I think that's what I'm hearing. Yeah. Then we have control issues. I'm sorry for pronouncing it that weird. We have control issues. So this might be something to look out for. They might have control issues. Like we said, they have a very masculine energy, and like hyper masculinity might cause those control issues, but that might not be for everybody. I think for most of you, it's like maybe you're worried about control issues. You might see red flags when they're not there, or you're worried about those things because you might have had someone like that in the past. So take which one resonates for you in this case, especially because we do have that dragonfly. I feel like this person is a lot more evolved, but it might differ for everybody at what stage you are with yourself and your healing journey. So we also have good with kids. I love that, especially because we have the father. So it might be that this will literally be the father of your kids, or that you already have kids and they are going to be their stepfather and they're going to be spending a lot of time with them. Let's see, yeah, that's visible, right? Okay, we also have heterochromatic eyes. So they might have like two different eye colors or a spot of a different color inside their eyes, but something about their eyes really pop. We also have animal lover. So they might really enjoy animals. They might have a dog or a cat, or you might want to get an animal together. I love that. I am an animal lover too. And I generally feel if you don't love animals, you're kind of a bad person. And I'm sorry if I'm offending you, but like animals are so pure. Like not liking animals kind of means that like that purity that you cannot enjoy purity, or that you are scared of purity. I think if people don't like animals, it's more so like they might just have huge trauma, like they are just really scared. But I don't understand how someone cannot like animals. I'm sorry. But let's continue with your reading. So laugh. They will make you laugh. You'll have a lot of fun with them. Let's get some more. We have some room left, and I kind of want to use all the space there is. We have currently unavailable. So you might be sneaky and watching this while you still have a partner that you're trying to leave. Probably not for everybody. Or they might currently still be in a relationship, or they are in their mind, they're still occupied with their ex, or maybe you are still a little preoccupied with your ex. So there is something going on, and that's why you cannot be together right now. You will know what your situation is for yourself. Maybe you have closed off, maybe you are closed off to relationships right now just because you have lost some trust. I don't know, it could be literally anything. Let me get these. A lot of cards just fell out. I kind of wanted to end it there, but we have too many. So we're just gonna keep going. We also have open heart. So maybe they will open up your heart, or they will be very welcoming to love, to kind people, right? That they don't easily judge. That's what I'm getting. Then we have red flags. So this one goes well with the control issues, right? So again, there might be some issues in regards to your red flags. They might be wavering. Of course, we all know we have been in relationships that weren't really good for us. So for some of you, maybe this person is someone that has red flags that you might want to work on or just like leave behind. Or this is something that you have already worked through. Maybe it's just a fear that you need to hear from them or see for yourself that they don't have them, right? So it might just be that you are really on your toes about seeing red flags, about seeing control issues where they're not there. But be careful with the next person or the next significant people you meet to make sure that they will treat you right. They will not be possessive. If they are, let them fly. You know that there's someone better that's waiting for you, okay? You don't want the people that have these toxic behaviors. I'm sorry. There we go. We also I have changed. So, wow. How did I only think about this now? And I don't think it's more, I think it's more spirit whispering in my ear, but it might be that this is your ex returning. It might not be for everybody. Personally, I don't think it's for everybody, but I have changed. It kind of indicates that there is an ex trying to come back. If there is an ex that's still in your mind that you want to have back, make sure that they worked on their issues, okay? You're not supposed to be the one that heals them. They are supposed to heal themselves and then they can come back. Set these clear boundaries because you deserve the best. And if they still have these issues, they'll just have to wait. But yeah, for some of you, this might be an ex coming back. We also have blonde hair. So for some of you, probably not all of you, they might have blonde hair. Then we have kind, so they are going to be very kind. Also, kind means child in Dutch. So with the father and kind, in Dutch we say kind. It kind of tells me that you might already have a child with this person, or that you might be having a child with this person in the future, if you want that. Of course, we're not gonna force anybody, right? We also have hazel eyes, so they might have hazel colored eyes, blue or hazel. Then we have generous. Yeah, so like I said, I feel like this person is quite successful. They might have attained a lot of wealth. And like I said, it's like they're gonna wine and dine you. They're gonna give you a lot of gifts. They're gonna they want to give a lot to you, whether this is presents, whether it is attention. But it feels like they really do want to take care of you and have your best interest in mind. But be mindful, if you feel like that's not the case, it might be somebody else, right? Or there might still be some red flags or issues that they need to work through. And the last one we have is South American origins. So probably not for everybody, but for most of you, this person will have South American origins. So yeah, that's what we have for their characteristics. Now I want to move on to some initials because we've got to know who this person is. We need some more hints to help us find or recognize this person when they come along, right? So, Spirit, what can you tell us about their initials? I did see one that wasn't flipped. There we go. So I do feel like we need to take this M. In the first pile, I had a lot of them flipped already because I wasn't paying a lot of attention when I grabbed them. But for you guys, I specifically turned all the cards before I started. And now still this one wasn't flipped. So I do feel like it might be significant that the M might be a initial for you. So let's get some more initials. So Spirit, what initials might this person have? What might pile 2's next romantic partner have? So we have the letter E. Ooh. Then let's get one more or a few more. You already have quite a few extra cards, but that's fine. So what initials might be significant for pile 2? What initials? So we have the letter Y, but it fell on the floor. I'll grab it in a second. So I do notice that they're coming out a little bit slower than they usually do. Don't know why. Maybe it indicates that it might take a while, or that there are just a lot of people that have different initials. We also have the letter K, and we have the letter L. And what I think is funny, I don't know why, this spells the word milk. Well, Dutch for milk, right? So in English, you say milk. In Dutch, you say milk. So there might be something about dairy or about milk. Maybe they are allergic to dairy, or maybe you are allergic to dairy. Or maybe this is just me reading into things. I don't know. Let's get one more because we have space for one more. So Spirit, can I get one more for pile 2, please? Then we'll dig into the relationship itself. There we go. So the last one we have for you guys is the letter N. So there you go. So let me remove these and let's take a look at the relationship. Okay, so now we're gonna continue with everything about your next romantic relationship. So we're gonna take a look at how you'll meet, then about something positive that this relationship will bring, then a lesson that you'll learn, and last but not least, a message from Spirit in regards to this romantic relationship. So let's take a look at how you'll meet. So as you can see, we're using your chosen deck, and we'll get clarifiers from a oracle deck that I really love, but I forgot the name of. But I'll show it to you in a second. So let's see, Spirit, how will pile 2 meet their next romantic partner? How will they meet? What can you tell us about how they'll meet? Can we get... I guess the energy is kind of weird. I don't know. Cards are not flopping out, but we'll have to be patient. So this might tell us that you need to be patient. It might take a while. But how will pile 2 meet their person? How will they meet? How will they meet, Spirit? Can you tell us? Ooh, there we go. So, We have the Six of Cups and we have the Three of Wands, and I'm gonna take them both. There we go. So your cards are a little bit bigger than the other pile, so I hope I'll have enough space, especially with the extra cards. So Six of Cups and Three of Wands. Now something positive that will come from this connection. So something new and positive. We have the Five of Wands. Then a lesson that you'll learn. A lesson. There we go. So we have Starseed, which is an extra card from this deck. And last but not least, we have a message from Spirit. Wow, did you see how long I had to shuffle for the first card? And then all the other ones just flew out? How crazy is that? It doesn't have anything to do with the way that I shuffle, because obviously the other cards came out perfectly fine. So what this might tell us is that it might start pretty slow, but that the energy will build up and it'll start moving. And once it starts moving, it's like unstoppable and it's just flowing, but it might take some time at the beginning. So those are the tarot cards that we're going to use. Now we're going to use this deck to get some clarifiers. Like I said, I'm not sure what the name is of this deck. Let me see if I think it's wait, I have it right here. It's called the Spread Crafter's Oracle. That was the name. I love it because it's so colorful and it kind of really helps get a bigger picture. So let me see if I can shuffle this one like this as well, because my fingers are pretty small and sometimes they cannot reach all over. So let's get a clarifier for the Six of Cups. So Spirit, can we get a clarifier for the Six of Cups, please? We have Universe and Trust. I only wanted one, but as you can see, sometimes we just need more information, I guess. So we're going to read what they say once we get to that part of the reading. Now, let's get a clarifier for the Five of Wands. Spirit, can we get a clarifier for the Five of Wands, please? There we go. We have Strengthen. And then for the Starseed card, can we get a clarifier? So this is about the lesson that you'll learn within this relationship. We have joy, peace, and fun. And what I'm hearing most of all is connection. But like connection overall, not just with each other, but I'll talk about that later. And then let's get a clarifier for the Six of Crystals or the Six of Pentacles. So this is the message from Spirit that we're talking about. I did feel something flip. I cannot find it. We'll just shuffle one more time. Clarifier for the Six of Crystals, please. There we go. We have Heal. And I kind of feel like I have to take it. We have limiting beliefs. Let me see how we're going to do it. Because we need more space, especially because your cards are so big, but that's fine. Let's get a clarifier for oppression as well. So that's going to be the overall energy of the connection. We have finances, money, and abundance. That's interesting. And I already know what the message is here, but I'll tell you in a second when we'll get there, if I don't forget, but I think we won't. It's quite important. So let's start all the way on the left with the Six of Cups, the Three of Wands, Universe, and Trust. So I think you guys can figure out yourself. If you put Trust and Universe together, you get Trust the Universe, right? I'll show you the cards and we'll read them. So we have, how can you stay true to your values and who you are as a person? How can you strengthen your confidence in your own ability to make decisions that are aligned with your heart? How can you build trust in yourself and in others? What are the facts? Then we have universe, messages from the universe or your recognized higher power. How are you being supported? What is the bigger picture? How can you strengthen your connection with the divine? So those are the two cards we have here. So the Three of Wands talks about like planning and taking action on your plans. So it's not only dreaming about what you've always wanted to do, it's like taking action on your dreams. And the Six of Cups here can talk about like your childhood, from about the past, like very sweet feelings that you have from your past. So what this kind of tells me is that you might have a passion that you've had since childhood that you always wanted to take action on, but you never did. And it's like once you take action on this dream of yours, things will start unfolding. And I think that while you are on that path, you will meet this person. For others, the Six of Cups can also indicate that you might have known them since you were very young. So they might have lived in the same area that you lived when you were younger. Maybe you played as children. Maybe you have separated ways with the Three of Wands, but now you randomly meet them once you walk down the street, right? So there are two different possibilities. One is that you have something that you're very passionate about, that you have been very passionate about for a very long time. Once you decide to follow your heart and follow that nudge, you will come in contact with this person. Or possibility number two, you have known them since childhood and you have kind of separated or parted ways as you grew up, as you went to a different school, moved to a different area, but now the universe is going to put you back together. So that might very well happen when it comes to exes, for example. This might be an ex from a long time ago, or it might be that it is kind of recent, but they might had to move for work or something like that, because the Three of Wands can definitely talk about travel. So that's how you'll meet. You will probably know which one sounds more likable for you. Now let's move on to the next thing, and this is something positive that you will get from this relationship. It's like something that you haven't had in other relationships, but that you will have this time around. So the Five of Wands is quite a specific card. It's kind of about like arguments. So with strengthen and like this argumentative energy, a little bit combative, a little bit, I feel like it's more playful in this situation. It's not like the Five of Swords. It's not like a big fight. It's more playful. It's like it's usually depicted as some guys playing with sticks, like pretending they are fighting each other, right? So it's like there is a more playful energy to it, and I think that it kind of shows us that there is a playful energy to your connection, that you might be able to strengthen your connection to each other by being more playful, by like maybe you like to tease each other a little bit. I think that's more so the energy. Like you're teasing each other, you're playful with each other, maybe you're pranking one another. Like that's the kind of energy that we're seeing here. I think that might be something that you weren't used to. Maybe this is someone that has the same sense of humor that you have and that other people just didn't get. So yeah, there is a very fun energy coming from the two of you. Now let's move on to the next little section, and this talks about a lesson that you'll learn. So I already said that this Starseed card is a card that is an extra in this deck. So Starseed is literally you being a star seed, you maybe incarnating as a soul that has been incarnating on different planets, or maybe you have incarnated like many times, especially if you are very spiritual or you're getting into your spiritual practices. You are probably someone that has lived many, many lifetimes, whether it's here on Earth or somewhere else. So I feel like the message here is that you are connected to the universe at all times. You are connected to your spiritual team at all times. You are connected to love, joy, peace, fun at all times. So it's like more so a message that you're going to be learning to trust the universe, learning to trust that good things are coming for you, that you deserve good things, and that you truly are connected. You don't need to worry. The universe has got your back. That's what we're seeing here. And that's something that you'll learn through this relationship. I think that it's more so like spirit has sent me this person. Because I deserve to be happy, and maybe in the past you didn't think that you were deserving of something like that. So it's like you're finally realizing that you are connected to everything. There is really an opening up within your body, and maybe also an opening up in your spiritual senses, like we talked about with the dolphin before. So next up, we have this message of spirit that they want you to know about this connection. So we have the 6 of crystals. The 6 of crystals is about giving and taking, about this balance. Like it's mutually giving, it's mutually receiving. There is a very nice balance to this connection. And what this shows us, especially with heal and limiting beliefs, is that you will help each other heal, and you will also help each other get rid of any limiting beliefs. And I'll read these cards with you because I don't think I have done that already. So there we go. What are the negative assumptions or perceptions that limit and stop you from being the best version of yourself? What have you been conditioned to believe? So your person is going to help you let go of anything that's limiting you. And I think that they're going to help you realize that the things that you thought about yourself are not really true. There are things that other people told you that are really just their own reflections. It doesn't have to do anything with you. So there's no need to feel less than or insecure or anything like that, because you truly are a goddess. Next up, we have heal, to mend, to tend your wounds, to relieve pain, to attend to wellness and health. So yes, you will help each other heal. You will bring healing in the areas that they need, and they will bring healing to the areas that you need. There is like a balancing of energies. I think that you will really give each other the positive aspects, like you really fill in each other's gaps when it comes to your life, actually. And last but not least, we have the overall energy of this connection. So we have oppression. This is the devil card in the normal tarot. So that's why I said at the beginning, like, don't feel scared about this card. It's the devil. But in this card, it's called oppression. So I think that sounds a little bit more positive than oppression, right? But the devil is really about letting go of limiting beliefs, letting go of unhealthy habits, really becoming more true to who you are and connecting deeper with love. So I really love that you have this oppression card for this connection, because it's like you're both going to be learning a lot about how to improve your own life. And because we have finances, money, and abundance, I feel like the main topic for you is going to be clearing out blockages when it comes to finances and abundance. It's like you might be blocking your abundance unconsciously at this moment, and this person is going to help you open up about that. So you're going to be able to let go of your mindset when it comes to money, like your lack mindset. It's something that they will help you like pop that balloon and help you move even further than you've ever have. I think that you're going to be very abundant, and that this person is going to help you with that. So that's really beautiful. So that brings me to the end of this section. Let's move on to the timing. So let me remove these and let's take a look at the timing. When will you meet this person? So let's get into the timing of this connection. When will this connection enter your life? So for this part of the reading, we have two different type of cards. We have the zodiac cards that will tell us something about the time frame that you might meet them, like literally during the zodiac of, for example, Pisces. Or we'll have these general purple cards. They could be anything between like winter or like 3 months or a week or question mark or soon. So let's take a look at what you guys get. It could be a mix of both, or it could be just one or the other. Spirit tends to get a little weird when it comes to that. So we already have 4 cards and I want to take them all. So the first one we have is spring. So spring might be very significant. We also have soon. So yeah, it might not take as long as you might think. Then we have when you're ready. Like I said, it's a little bit more up in the air. So if you think or if you are ready, this relationship will come along. And we also have Taurus. So the 21st of April until the 20th of May. And let's get one more, because I don't just want to shuffle one time. I want you guys to see that I'm putting in some effort, right? So let's get one more for pile 2. When will this relationship start? What period is going to be significant when it comes to this relationship? Well, I might as well didn't shuffle because we have the question mark. So they're going to be a little bit more secretive about your connection. You guys have to figure it out for yourself. Or maybe it's just because the range is really varied between all of you. So now let's use the bingo machine to get some dates, some more specific dates. If you are sensitive to sound, you might want to turn down the volume for a second so your ears don't hurt. Let's take a look. There we go. So the first one we have for you guys is the number 9. So it might be the 9th of this month or the upcoming month, depending on when you're watching, or it might indicate that September is significant. Next up, we have the number 11. So maybe November is significant, or the 1st of January. Maybe the 11th of this month or the upcoming month. Maybe 9 till 11 days might be significant. Take them as they resonate. We also have the number 23, so the 3rd of February or the 2nd of March. Also the 23rd of this month or next month, depending on when you're watching this video. Maybe the age 23 is significant. We also have the number 14, so maybe the 14th of this month might be significant. Maybe 2 weeks, or the 1st of April or the 4th of January. So we have the 1st and the 4th of January here. Next up is the number 69, so the 9th of June or the 6th of September. So there is quite some emphasis on September. Next up is the number 20. So you have a lot of numbers under 30, which to me indicates that it is definitely going to be pretty soon, especially because it's like these could all be in upcoming month, right? So we have the number 20, so the 20th of this month or the 20th of next month. Also, the month February might be significant. And as you can see, we have some more space, so I am gonna roll the bingo machine one more time. So you might want to close your eyes, close your ears again, or turn down the volume. So we have the number 51, so the 1st of May. So that goes well with Taurus as well. Or the 5th of January, which goes well with the 1st, the 4th, and the 5th. So that might be the case. Last but not least, we have the number 62. So the 6th of February, we already had February with the number 20 and also with the 3rd of February with the number 23. So the first week of February or the 2nd of June until the 9th of June. So there you go. If you want, you can pause the video to write down all these dates. But above all, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, feel free to do so. I want to mention, if you're interested in a personal reading, I just created my online web shop. So I do personal readings as well. You can click on my website and book a reading there. If you use the code SAH10, you can get a 10% discount off of your reading. So if you're interested in that, you can always go there. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye, guys. Hello, my lovely pile number 3. If you picked the Tarot of Oneness and the Red Agate, this is going to be your reading. I want to start out with, I just had to take a break between the two piles, and I randomly started singing Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. So there might be some Swifties in here. If that's you, you're definitely in the right reading. If it's not you, let's just take a look at these cards to find out if you are in the right reading. But most of all, I'm getting really good vibes from you all. So let me just start off with that. At least you have some very good vibes here. So let's take a look at the cards. So for you, we have the Dragon. And we have the Hunter with the number 9. So I am getting a lot of determination from you guys. For the person that you'll be in a romantic relationship with, we have a Nightingale. And we have the Healer. Let me show you guys. There you go. With the number 25. So 25 might be significant as well. Let me create some space here. There we go. And the energy between the two of you is yin and yang. So there might be some perfect balance here, right? So let's talk about you first so you can have an idea if you're actually in the right pile. So for you, we have the Dragon. The Dragon is not associated with zodiac signs. It is associated with the solar plexus chakra. And what I love about that is that the solar plexus chakra is often depicted as yellow. And you have this beautiful yellow, like going towards this horse in this Hunter card as well. So you are exuding probably confidence and also like a healthy ego and passion for life. So the Dragon is really smart. They probably have been on Earth for many lifetimes. I think that you might be someone that knows yourself through and through. You might have seen a lot of things. You have learned a lot of lessons. But you have like successfully been through a lot of things, and that gave you the confidence that you have now. Some people might call you cocky or overconfident, but it's more so that you know that you are magnificent. You know that you are doing a great job. So there is no need, or really there is it's not unjust to be confident like the way that you are. For some of you, might not be coming across overly confident, but overall we can definitely see that you have great confidence, or maybe you are still learning to be more confident, but you definitely deserve to be more confident with this dragon here. The hunter talks about like zooming in on something that you want and like completely going for it, right? So this is like what I'm seeing is someone on a horse that is like trying to go on a yacht, right? So they're all chasing this one thing that they really want. That's what I'm seeing here with this hunter. So it might be that you are chasing a career path. You might be chasing just like wanting to be able to say that you've traveled the whole world. Whatever it is that you are passionate about, whatever you set your mind on or your eyes on, that's something that you're going to pursue and you're going to be very successful at that. Maybe you have been in this pursuit of something for a very long time, and maybe that's why you're seen as the dragon, because you have already, like, maybe you have already successfully pursued something. That's why you're feeling kind of confident. Maybe you are this someone that people go to for help, because you are this sage, this not necessarily older person, but someone that has seen it all, someone that has stood through time, has been successful over time in something, and that helps you teach other people. So although we don't have a mentor card here, I definitely feel that you might have this mentor role to some people, or that people at least look at you as if you are someone that can give them these answers. But overall, you are very driven. You know what you want. And that's beautiful. Also, I think that you can be very courageous and you can be a visionary. So maybe you have something for eyes. I'm not sure how to say it in English, but like, yeah, you can be a visionary. You can see something for yourself and you can chase that and you can make that your reality. So if that sounds like you, you're probably in the right reading. Let's take a look at the person that you'll be in a relationship with. So for your person, we have the nightingale and we have the healer. The nightingale obviously is a flying animal, so they relate to the air zodiacs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So they might have one of these zodiacs, or they might just be someone that has a lot of that nightingale energy. The nightingale is an animal that has a very beautiful voice. So it might be that they have something very important to say, or they are really standing in their power, talking about something that they care about. Like they will spread it over the world. Like everybody needs to hear what they have to say. They are very fearless in the message that they have. Also, they might be the only one having a specific opinion, but they will shout it from the rooftops anyway. They don't care that they're the only one saying something. They might also be a writer or a singer. So it's just what they have to say is very important, or it plays a huge role in their life. That's the kind of energy this nightingale has. With the healer being here, it might be that they are in a healing profession. So they might be a doctor, they might be a caregiver. Also, it could just be that what they have to say, like they might be a public speaker, that triggers and heals a lot of people. So it doesn't have to be a traditional healing profession. It just means that wherever they go, they have a healing effect on people. For the connection between the two of you, we have yin and yang. So it's like you guys complete each other. You really balance each other out. I do feel like the dragon has a little bit more of a masculine energy and the nightingale has a little bit more of a feminine energy, but it could be switched around as well. So don't worry if you are like, well, but I thought I would be the feminine. I think it's kind of, your energies are very close to each other. It's not that one is extremely feminine and the other is extremely masculine. I think there is more of a balance to it. And you just really fit well together. Like we see with the yin and yang, you have a little bit that the other needs and the other way around. So I'm very curious to see what this relationship will bring for you guys. But let's get some more information about this nightingale person that will be your partner in life for quite a significant time. Whether this is going to be the partner that you'll stay with forever or someone that is a big important chapter in your life. So let me grab those cards and I'll be right back. Okay, so for the characteristics, we'll be using these little cards and we'll also be seeing what initials they might have, but we're using other cards for that. So let's take a look at what their characteristics will be. Keep in mind that the physical characteristics, like the color of their hair or their eyes, might be different than the cards say. But usually the general characteristics, like their personality, will definitely be the same for everybody. So let's take a look. So first of all, we have fun. So you're gonna have a lot of fun. They're gonna be fun to be around. And I'm trying to create some more space so we can put more cards there. So we have fun. We also have gorgeous face. So they might be very physically attractive. They might be very pretty. We also have heterochromatic eyes. This indicates that they might have like a different speck in their eyes, just like the yin and yang sign. It's like they might have half brown, half blue eyes, or there might be a speck of a different color in there. But there's something about their eyes that might be different. Oops. There we go. We also have romantic. So they are going to wine and dine you, or if you're not really into the wining and dining, it might be that they just bring you little gifts, or they just show you that they care in special ways. That maybe is something that, how do you say that? Like they know the little things about you, and that's how they are going to make some gestures. They're going to be small but significant. That's how I needed to say that. We also have currently unavailable. So for some of you, you might currently be in a relationship with somebody else or occupied with somebody else, or they are currently working on themselves, or they might be currently in a different relationship. But something about this present moment causes you to be separated. And there might be a reason why you're not together right now. We also have blue eyes. So for some of you, this person might have blue eyes, but if you think that's very unlikely, listen to your intuition. Like I said, it might just be that the majority of people watching, they will have a partner with blue eyes, and that's why it's here. We also have red flags. So there might be some red flags, or what I'm seeing in this case is like more so the flags waving at the beginning of a competition, like it's go time. So there might be some competitiveness, like you're both people that are fighting for what they love. They are go-getters in life. They are very driven. So maybe that's what this is about. Like you're both very driven. You might just want to make everything into a competition, but in a fun way. I don't see this as a negative when it comes to your reading. So that's probably a good thing. And to be honest, I would say so if I think it might be something negative. But yeah, I more so it feels like you're going to be a little bit in a competition, or you're going to be like who is doing better, who's moving forward quicker, like that kind of thing is what I'm seeing here. Next up, we have charming. So they are going to be really charming, but I think we already figured that out. With the nightingale, they might have a very public job. So they might be famous, or they might just be well known locally. We also have unique. Let me adjust the camera. There you go. So yeah, like I said, they're not afraid to stand out. They're not afraid to be the only one having a specific opinion. There we go. Sorry, I hope you guys can still see. Yeah, there we go. So just a few more. Let's get some more. That one flew. So we have animal lover, so they might be an animal lover. Also with the hunter here, you might have horses or you might be a hunter, but I don't think a lot of you will be a hunter. But yeah, animal lover is something that they definitely are. We also have European origin, so this is another one that might not be for everybody, but maybe for most people watching. And okay, last one, last but not least, we have beautiful hair. So there is going to be something significant about their hair, something that really stands out. Maybe their hair makes them unique, right? So take that as it resonates as well. Now it's time to move on to some initials. So for the initials, I have these cards. Let's take a look at what initials your next partner may have. So Spirit, what can you tell us about pile three's person's initials? So this might be first name, last name, middle name. Let's take a look. So what will pile three's person's initials be? What will their initials be, Spirit? Let's take it. Let's get one or two more. What initials will pile three's person have? What will their initials be? So these cards are coming out a little bit slower and like, I don't know, the cards are acting a little bit weird, but don't know what that means yet. Let's take a look at these cards. So the first one we have is the letter S. So their name might start with an S. We also have a blank. Well, I did not see that coming. So maybe it's supposed to be a secret. Never had that happen before. We also have the letter K. So Kyle might be significant, or Kate. I don't know. You think of names, right? Killian. We also have the letter F. And we have space for two more. So let's get two more. And let's hope the cards will be less crazy now. So Spirit, do you have two more initials for pile three, please? Two more initials. That's one. One more. One more for pile three. There we go, I'll take it. So we have the letter Y. And last but not least, we have the letter H. There we go. So that's it for their characteristics or initials. Now let's take a look at the relationship itself. So let me remove these cards and let's get into that. So let's take a look at your next romantic relationship. So we're gonna start out with how you will meet this person. So Spirit, how will pile three meet their next romantic partner? There we go. We have two cards. We have the Action of Pentacles. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Devil. So let's take them both. We'll put them right here. And let's get into the next question. Don't worry about that Devil just yet. So next up is something positive within this relationship that you have not experienced before. So Spirit, can you let us know what positive thing they will experience in this relationship? What positive thing will they experience in this relationship? What will they experience? So the energy, I don't know what it's about. I wanted to put the previous part of this reading on my computer, and it took ages, literally ages, before it finally downloaded. So I feel like with you guys, there are a lot of delays. Everything is going really slow, and I feel a lot of frustration. So it might be that things are happening quite slow, or you feel like everything is being delayed, or something goes wrong. That's the kind of energy that I'm sensing here. As you can see, we have a lot of clarifying cards for these as well. So there is something specific about your reading, but we'll get into that later. Next up is a lesson that you will learn during this relationship. So what will they learn? Again, 2 cards, 3 cards, but I'm just taking these 2. So we have the 6 of Cups, and we have the Lovers, and we have the masculine lovers here. And I'm afraid we won't have enough space. We have one more question, and that question is a message from Spirit that you need to know about this connection. So Spirit, what message do you have for pile 3 in regards to this connection? Again, 2 cards. So we have the 5 of Swords, and we have the 7 of Swords. Oh, no, 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. There we go. So now let me figure out how we're going to lay these cards so you can see them all, because it's not going to be easy. Let me cover the Devil with the Action of Pentacles, because the wording is underneath anyway. Then the Life Force energy cover the 9 of Wands. We'll take them out when we're talking about these specific things. Then we have the 6 of Wands covering the Lovers. And we have the 7 of Wands on top of the 5 of Swords, because the lettering is on top. So we'll get to all these topics, but first let's get clarifiers. As you can see, we have clarifiers with every single one of them already, but those are not the clarifiers I asked for. Those are the clarifiers that we're getting regardless. But let's get a clarifier for the Action of Pentacles and the Devil. So we have support. Yeah, that was what I was getting with that Action of Pentacles, so that's nice. So we have support. And it says to help, to aid, to assist, to encourage, to hold space. Then let's get a clarifier for the Life Force energy and the 9 of Wands. So Life Force energy is also an extra card in this deck. Let me see. So we have reframe and we have strengthen. So to express in a different manner, to redefine something, to change something from destructive to constructive, to reestablish meaning. And then we have the strengthen card with to reinforce, to add, to make stronger, to practice and persist. Okay, let's get a clarifier for the Lovers and the 6 of Cups. There we go. We have problematic behavior. This was also in the previous pile in the exact same spot, I believe. So there might be a connection between this pile and pile 2. You might be drawn to both. Let's get a clarifier for the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. So, Spirit, can we get a clarifier for the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Swords? We have shame. What do you dislike and reject within yourself? What makes you feel unworthy, unwanted, and unloved? What is causing you to judge yourself as bad and unredeemable? What burdens do you carry in your soul? And last but not least, we're getting a clarifier for synchronicity. So this is going to be the overall energy of the connection. And it is also a card that's only in this deck. So 2 cards fell out again. So I don't know what it is about this pile, but there is something special about you guys. Spirit has a lot to say about this connection and to you in general. And I'm trying to move my cards a little bit more so you guys can actually see what's happening. I'm gonna put these like this. For the synchronicity card, we have spirituality, metaphysics, and philosophy. And we also have karma, past life cycles. That's very interesting, right? Let me see if we can. Can you guys still see? No, obviously you can't. Why is it so hard? We have so many messages. Let me try and make this fit. Usually my layout is pretty nice, but today it's been a mess, and I'm sorry, because I like it to be neat and organized, but it's not happening today, clearly. So I hope you guys can see, or at least a part. We'll grab the cards once we get there. But let's start with that action of Pentacles, the Devil, and support. So I'm just going to grab these cards so you can watch it with me. So the action of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Devil and we have support. So I hope you guys can see clearly. There we go. So the Knight of Pentacles is like a kind gesture. It's like someone lending a hand, someone helping out. It might really be something physical. So the Devil, again, I think most of you know that it's about coping with unhealthy habits. So it might literally be that you have someone supporting you while you're trying to quit smoking, or you're trying to improve your health. Maybe you are starting to exercise. This might be your coach or your trainer. But what we see is that this person will help you get rid of some unhealthy habits. This healthy habit that you're trying to get rid of could be anything. You will probably know which one it is for you. But as you can see, this person is going to help you get rid of that. They're going to be a huge support. So that's what I'm seeing when it comes to how you will meet. I think that this is less cryptic than a lot of other piles. It's really more physical and grounded like that. It's more so like really someone nearby lending you a hand. Maybe it could be that you're just in a more negative headspace with the Devil card when you meet this person. They are just offering you a hand. Maybe you've had a bad day and this person hands you a coffee, or maybe you've had a lot of bills and you're feeling bad and this person offers to pay for something, right? It doesn't have to be something big. It seems like a small gesture, but it's really helping you when it happens. And yeah, it's just a kind person coming along trying to help you out. That's what I'm seeing here. Let me cover the Devil card because I really don't like the energy coming from it. I'm not sure why it's so perceived as so negative. Usually the Devil, in my eyes, is not something terrible. Maybe this Devil talks about you talking down on yourself or being really negative, more negative than necessary, because I feel like you're not a bad person. I think that you're quite an evolved person. But maybe this is very unlike you, that there is a situation where you're just very angry at yourself because something has happened and this person is giving you support. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this. It's a little confusing to me why this Devil card is perceived so negative. But let's move on to the next part. So for the next part, we're going to take a look at something positive that you might not have experienced before, that you will in this connection. So we have a life force energy. We have the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is all about independence. And we have reframe. So what I'm getting here is what you will be having during this relationship is maybe some more free time. And the way that you see this free time is not as negative as you've used to see that. So, for example, I'll give myself as an example. So, in my previous relationships, I always got very anxious when my partner was going out and about, hanging out with friends or doing whatever. I was really, really in a negative headspace when he wasn't around. Now, in my current relationship, if he decides that he has to do something else, for example, we have very different hours of working. So on my day off, he has to work and the other way around. So, for example, you might have different schedules. You might be dealing with more time to yourself, less time together, but you feel empowered to make the best of it instead of moping or being sad about it. This life force energy also indicates that you'll just have a lot more energy to follow your spark, to follow your passion. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as it was with me. It might just be that this person gives you the space to work on yourself, whether they have to work or not, whether they have time for you or not. It's more so like you are getting the option to work on yourself or do stuff for yourself, instead of like spending a lot of time together. Yeah, it seems like a healthy thing. It's like you're able to stand on your own when you need to, but you're also very much supported by your person. You'll just be very inspired to make the best of that time that you have apart. So it might be that this person is going to be traveling a lot for work, and that's why you might have more time to yourself, or that you're just both very independent and this person lets you be that independent self that you are. Also with strengthen, it's like this time apart doesn't have to influence your relationship. It kind of strengthens your relationship instead of dissolves it. So yeah, like time apart can be a good thing when it comes to this relationship. It actually strengthens your communication. It strengthens your connection. Yeah. So let's move on to a lesson that you will learn. So for the lesson, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Lovers, and we have problematic behavior. So with problematic behavior, we have what are the toxic behaviors from you or from others that are present in your life right now? What needs to be acknowledged and dealt with? So the Six of Cups talks about memories from your past or things from your past. So I think that what you'll be learning is to actively choose to let go of anything from the past. Like I said, when it came to me, when I was alone, when my partner wasn't around, I was really moping. I was really feeling sorry for myself that I was alone. I was thinking about the worst things that could happen. He was just doing his thing, and I was all worried about him cheating or him leaving or never seeing him again or whatever the case was. So it's just an example for me now choosing to believe that my partner truly loves me and he would never cheat on me, even if there is more time apart. So it's like that's a lesson that you'll be learning as well. You are going to choose to let the past be in the past, let your previous relationships stay where they are, and choose to move forward and let go of the toxic behaviors you might have picked up on from previous relationships. And I think that your partner is going to be very loving and kind. I do think that this is someone that will tell you where you need to work on. So if you are acting really jealous, I mean, a little bit of jealousy is never a bad thing, right? But if you're acting like very possessive or anything like that, your person will tell you like, please don't be like that. You know I love you. You know I care about you. I would never do that. Please calm yourself down and like ground yourself. Think about good things. Think about the positive things. Don't worry too much. So I think that you'll be letting go of a lot of unhealthy behaviors from the past, whether you have a lot of them, or maybe just one that you need to work on a little bit. But the best thing about this connection is that you're actually learning how to let go of anything that isn't really full of love and light when it comes to this connection. I hope that makes sense. So next up, we have the Five of Swords and the Seven of Wands, and we have shame. These cards are about the message from Spirit. So the Seven of Wands usually is depicted as a man standing up on a hill, trying to fight a lot of wands, like trying to fight a lot of thoughts or a lot of people, and they're not really sure if there are actually people behind the wands or that it's just their mind, right? So we can see this person being very protective, right? They are hiding in a cave, waiting to attack, right? So it's like this fear of something might go wrong at any time, or just thinking the worst actually, or feeling like something bad is going to happen at any time, or feeling that you have to fight for yourself or fight for this relationship. We also have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a very combative energy, like there are winners and there are losers, like that kind of energy. So what I'm getting here is you might feel very competitive because you're afraid of losing. You're afraid to be wrong. You're afraid to make a mistake. And I think that you're going to learn that as long as you are loved, as long as you have great support, it's okay to make mistakes. You don't have to always be right. It's okay to let down your guard a little bit. That's what I'm getting with the Seven of Wands specifically. Like, it's okay to let down your guard. You don't have to worry about someone finding out something about you and like taking it the wrong way, or really trying to ruin your the way that you are perceived or anything like that. It's not, you don't have to fight. You don't have to put up a fight. You don't have to protect. It's okay to relax. It's okay to relax. And I think that this more so is something that you need to know right now. I think that Spirit is kind of telling you that you have to let go of whatever happened in the past, or like work on your insecurities, especially because we have this shame card with what do you dislike and reject within yourself? What makes you feel unworthy, unwanted, and unloved? What is causing you to judge yourself as bad and unredeemable? What burdens do you carry in your soul? So what I'm getting here is that you are trying to be perfect because you might feel unworthy, unwanted, or unloved. And you're kind of pushing yourself. You're protecting yourself just to not feel that way. But the thing is, you cannot run away from that feeling forever. It's time to work with these feelings. Take a look at where they come from. Take a look at how real they are, how true they are, because they are not true. They are not the truth. And when you finally realize that there is no need to be so hard on yourself, that's when beautiful things are going to happen. That's when you are going to be able to open up. Because at this time, you are way too guarded to let someone new into your life. So once you can get your guard down, that's when this person will enter your life. That's when you'll have that space to let this person in. But first, you need to let go of that shame, because that shame is truly holding you back at this time. And I'm not judging you at all. I understand this feeling. I've been there before. It's very difficult to move through those things, but it's very important for you to give yourself some more love, some self-love. Take care of yourself and maybe use some affirmations. I am worthy of everything. I am worthy of love. I am doing my best, and that's enough. Create your own words. Use your own words. Use the words that will help you move through these insecurities, move through these walls that you have built for yourself, or that other people have projected onto you and that you have taken on as your own. Because you know better than that. You know how great you are, and you know that other people will see that too. Let go of that fear that there might be something little wrong and they will leave you, because it's not going to happen, okay? Trust that. So for the overall energy in this connection, we have synchronicity. So this connection is going to be linked by synchronicious, however you call it, synchronistic actions or things that will happen throughout. So there might be some hints every now and then that this person is on their way, or during the relationship you'll have these crazy coincidences that happen. I think with karma past life cycles, you might have been with this person in a previous lifetime. Maybe this time you have swapped genders, or your ages are completely different. Maybe there are some fears from past life cycles, and that's holding you back a little bit at this time. But Spirit is here to tell you that everything's going to be okay. They are supporting you all the way to the end. And there is no need to worry. Okay? So look around you and you will see these synchronicities. For example, 1111, 222. Maybe you see car plates that have a specific number on them, or you'll see their name everywhere. I think that once you meet this person, you'll just know that this is the person for you, and you will get a lot of confirmations. So it's time for you to start trusting the universe that good things are in store for you, that the universe wants to provide you with the best. And learn to let go of a lot of fear that you still have in relationships in general. I feel like most of it just comes from previous relationships that are kind of keeping you stuck in insecurity, or it's like you build a wall and you're afraid to let new people in. But you'll be working on that. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here with this relationship. Your person is going to be very kind. They are gonna give you everything you need. They'll be very supportive. And I think that's exactly what you need at this moment in time. So that's it for these cards. Let me remove these and let's move to the last part of this reading, and that is the timing. Okay, so for this last part of the reading, we're going to take a look at the timing. For the timing, we have two different type of cards. We have these ones that'll give you a general type of timing, and we have the zodiac ones that might tell you in which season you will meet your person. So let's take a look what we get. And after these little cards, we'll be using the bingo machine to get more specific information. So let's take a look. So Spirit, when will pile 3 meet their next romantic partner? So the first one we have is winter. So maybe upcoming winter. Let's see what else we get. Okay, so next up we have November. Like right before winter, depending on in which hemisphere you live. Let's get some more information. So when will pile 3 meet their next romantic partner? Okay, we have soon. I like that one. So soon, don't worry, it won't take too long. Like I said in a different pile in a different part of the reading, you might be getting quite impatient. But that's okay. Don't worry, it'll come. Some cards fell on the floor. Let me grab them. So we have a 1 year. We have March, maybe upcoming March. And we have 2 years. So I feel for most of you, it's gonna take maximum 2 years. Don't worry. It's not gonna be much longer anymore. So that's it for the cards. Let's move on to the bingo machine. If you're sensitive to noise, you might want to turn the volume down now. But let's roll. There we go. And again, everything has moved around. I'm sorry. There we go. So the first date or number we have is the number 26. So the 2nd of June or the 6th of February might be significant, or the 26th of this upcoming month. Next up is the number 71. So the 7th of January or the 1st of July. That's just past. So if you're watching it right now, it might take about a year. We also have the number 13. So the 1st of March, especially because we had March over here, or the 3rd of January. So the 3rd until the 7th of January might be significant. Next up is the number 51, so the 5th of January. Also, the 1st of May might be significant. Then we have the number 73, so the 3rd of July, the 1st until the 3rd of July, or the 7th of March, so the 1st until the 7th of March might be significant as well. Then we have the number 63. Let me adjust. There we go. So the 3rd of June or the 6th of March. So for June, we have the 2nd and the 3rd. And for March, we have the 1st, the 6th, and the 7th. As you can see, I have a little bit more room. So I'm gonna roll the machine 2 more times so we have 2 more balls. So you might want to turn down the volume again. There we go. So the last 2 are the number 9, so September, or the 9th of any given month, maybe 9 days, the 9th of November, or the 9th of March, sorry. And last but not least, we have the number 50. So there might be an emphasis on May. Also, these might be ages 50, 51, depending on how old you are right now, of course. So you can pause the video, you can write down these dates. But for now, this is going to be the end of the reading. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I'd love to get a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you could definitely do so and click on the notification bell to get notified. If you want more, if you'd like a personal reading, I recently created my own web shop, and you can buy your own personal reading over there. If you use the code SAH10, you can get 10% off of your first reading. So you might, if you're interested, you might want to go there. I do have a link underneath in the description box. It's just my name, so spiritual at spiritual. Wait, I'm sorry, my mind is not working. So spiritual at heart-tarot.com. That's where you're going to find my personal readings. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day and you'll soon be in this beautiful relationship. Bye, guys.